Hi everyone, it's Helen here from Helen Chapman Handmade Crafts. Today I've got a really cute card for you using the Under My Umbrella stamp set. And it's quite an unusual colour combination, but I think it works really well for this card. The colours are actually basic grey and soft seafoam, and the embellishment type pieces are Rococo Rose. So I've got everything we need over here. We can make a start. This is the card base in basic grey, and that measures 21 by 14.9 centimetres, scored at 10.5 centimetres along the long edge. We can fold and burnish that. Next we have a layer of soft seafoam cardstock, and that measures 10 by 14.4 centimetres, and we can pop that straight onto the card base, lining that up as best we can. And I've used the Stitched So Sweetly dies. It's a really nice set of layering dies in two different shapes, and I'm using the sort of stitched scalloped rectangles for this card. I've got one in the basic grey and one in the soft seafoam that we can just layer together. A little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue on there, and line those two up. Get rid of that little speck, and we can pop that bit straight onto the card base as well. And I've chosen a sort of off-center positioning. It was actually inspired by a sketch for a sketch challenge. I think it works really well. That might be slightly wonky. And the sentiment is from the Under My Umbrella stamp set. There's some really cute sentiments in here. And today I'm going to use the No Matter the Weather, We're Friends Forever. And I'm stamping that onto a piece of soft seafoam in basic grey ink. A few taps. Firm pressure for a few seconds. And there we have our sentiment, and I've already cut that out with another of the Stitched So Sweetly dies. We can pop that to one side. I've got a little scrap of Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp the little welly boots. And because we're going to colour those in using the blends, we're going to use the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Like so. And while we give that a couple of seconds just to dry before we colour it in, we can take our piece of the crinkled seam binding ribbon, which comes in Whisper White, but you can colour it with your blend, so you can have a ribbon in any colour that you have a blend for, basically. And I'm going to take the brush end of the blend, really simple, just stroking the blend along the ribbon Simple as that. And just gonna give that some better ends, so just snip a little bit off so you've got some nice pointed ends. And then with the boots themselves, I'm going to start with the dark Rococo Rose blend, and this time I'm going to use the bullet nib. And first of all, I'm just going to do the little tops and soles of the boots, and I'm going to stay with the dark pen. I normally do dark first, and we're going to put dark where you would get a shadow. So obviously behind that other boot you would get a sort of a shadow, and what I tend to do if I'm not sure is actually just Google an image of whatever it is you're colouring and have a look where the light and shade is in the image, just to give you an idea. And again on the second boot, around the edge, and a little bit of extra at the back of the boot. And then I normally colour with the lighter pen in circles just to help that blend. And when you first colour it, it won't look like it's blending, but the movement continues once you've finished, so don't worry. Just if you look at it after a little while, it'll look much better than you thought it was going to. We'll pop that to one side for a sec, and we'll take our sentiment piece and our ribbon, and what I'll do is just put a little bit of tear and tape on the back of the sentiment piece. Make sure I'm towards the bottom of the sentiment piece, and removing the backing like so, and then popping that onto the back there, and that's going to go on with some Stampin' Dimensionals, which I have over here. I'll just use a couple of the larger ones for now. Take the backing off of those, and I'm just going to pop that offset a little so you can see the different layers. And then we need to fussy cut our boots. So I've got my paper snips here. And the really nice thing about the images in this stamp set is that they're quite simple lines, so quite easy for fussy cutting. Obviously the umbrella images have a coordinating punch, but even if you don't have the punch, the images are really straightforward to fussy cut. And they're nice open images for practicing with your blends as well. So if you're new to colouring with alcohol markers, this is a perfect set to start with because there's nothing too intricate to deal with. Okay, there we have our little boots, and you can see where the ink has continued to kind of move around a little bit. You can see the light and shade on the boots there. I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of multi-purpose liquid glue in the corner of that section and a couple of small stamping dimensionals on the tops of the boots, just so that they don't collapse. Ooh, that was attached. Like so. And then the final touch is some of the little adhesive backed sequins, and these are the soft sea foam ones, and they're just going to provide a little bit of extra interest, but because they're the same colour as the background, they're not going to distract from the coloured image or the sentiment or anything. And there we have it. There's the original. Now there is a blog post for this card. I'll put the link to that in the description of the video. You can head over there and read again how I made the card if you want any further instructions, or there's a couple of close-up images I think on there. It's also got links to purchase any of the items that I've used in today's card or any other Stampin' Up products. So head on over to my blog. If you just want to have a browse around the blog, it's papercraftlife.com/blog. It'd be great to see you over there. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, then please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel so that you get notified of any new videos. And thank you for watching today, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers, bye.